Hello everybody. Somebody just posted this to the forum asking how to make this ring, so I thought I'd do it real quick. Basically, he's having a problem with this little shape right here, which we're going to accomplish with cage editing. So let me just switch over here to Rhino, and I've got a finger rail laid out here. And I'm going to rebuild this as a 510 curve. And to allow for a little bit of sanding of the growth lines, I'm going to bring it in just a hair. Alright, that's just to allow for sanding. I like putting little guide points, and I want it to be 2 millimeters right there. Let's say 1.5 millimeters at the bottom. Put one on the other side just in case. And I usually put one more at the top in case I have a height that I don't want to go over. So if they say it's 7 millimeters. Alright, I grab all those and move them to the same layer that this middle point is on, which is just a lock layer that I call guides. Change object layer. Alright, so now they won't get in my way while I'm modeling. And I'll do the same thing for the side view. I'll put them out here on the side so I can manage my thickness as well. Okay, so once we've got that, then we're going to go about building our shank. And from our picture, we're going to do a cathedral shank. So let me go. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and hold down Alt and start dragging. Then I can let go Alt and then hold down Shift. So make sure it's uniform. And that will be the outside of our rail. And then I want to move my gumball down to the bottom. I'm going to hold down Shift and scale it out. And that will give us the basic shape for our ring. Now, this needs to come up to here. Let's just say we had a 6 millimeter stone. Just put both sides from there. Alright, that would be our 6 millimeter stone. Okay, that we're trying to design our cathedral around. So I want it to come up to about here, looking at the picture. I probably should have just brought that in as a picture frame. So what I'm going to do is split this curve up at about 45. Trim that part out. Delete that. Let's call continue curve. Grab this curve and bring it up to there. Alright. There is is that our shape? No, it's a little more straight. Turn on our control points. Get rid of that one. Make this just a little more straight. Okay. Now, there's a really useful script written by Pascal called CurveSymmetry. So I grab by this side, and I always use user. I'm not sure what the different ones do, but I just do user, and that way, if you look at the control points here, they're equal, they're even on both sides. Very useful little tool. Move that over to the other side. And now what I want to do is I'm going to build this in several different pieces. This is going to be one piece. That's going to be one piece. That's going to be one piece. And the scrolls will be one piece. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different parts to this shank. So I'm going to take this curve and make sure my tangent snap is on. And I'm going to go down first, go around, and then find tangent. There it is. Okay, mirror that to the other side. Grab the two of these, copy and paste that. And I want to call trim and cut out this center section. So now I can take this, this, and that, and join those together. Now, there are three separate curves. I want them to be one curve, so I'm just going to say rebuild, and look at our options here. And if we do 5, 10, that has a little too much deviation, but if we go to 12, no. Let's go to 14. Okay, that's looking pretty spot on. And the deviation is after this point, which is good. So we'll tell it okay. All right, so there's the outside of our cathedral shank. Join that up. Now, the next part is the crossover underneath. And this is the part the guy was having trouble with. So we need it to come up to here. So I'm going to use tab lock, hit tab, and now I'm going along this to about there. And then I'm going to do a curve from there. Let's go down. And I need to bring it into here. And we'll turn our points on. I should have added an extra control point. So insert control point right about there. That way I can control the direction at the end of it. Get that close, get that close, get that close. And we need it to come all the way to there before we start curving. Okay, that's matching pretty closely. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to offset this, and let's just say it's a millimeter thick. Let's try that again. Only this time I'm going to say the distance is through point, and grab that point right there. Continue curve. Bring that to there. Join those, and then we need to close this. All right. So that's that. And then we've got the curlicue. And for the other side, I want to mirror. Let's just go ahead and mirror the curve so I can see what it looks like. And we need the curlicue to come up right here. And when you're doing a lot of control point modeling, you have selection filters down here at the bottom. You can right click on control points and make sure that nothing else is getting selected and getting in your way. Let's just get this to where it looks decent. And you can push and pull and play with this all day. Offset, and I'm going to tell it both sides. And I'm going to use 3-point again. Oh, selection filter's on. Can't select the curve. Move this into place so it's touching. And this isn't quite long enough. Let's bring it down. And that's pretty ugly with the number of control points, so I'm just going to rebuild that. And actually, one of my favorite things from VSR surface modeling is using curve approximation, which this has a little too much curvature to use it without using split, and you select your split points on it, so about right there. And now it matches much more cleanly. Okay, do the same thing with this one. Set a split point right about there, and that matches up nicely. And tell it okay. And now we've got a much cleaner set of control points to work with. If I wanted to move this over just a little bit, take this and grab it. I really love the tools in VSR shape modeling. Tell it okay, and do the same thing with this one so we keep an even thickness throughout the whole thing. Alright, now we just need to close it off. Join that all up together. Mirror that to the other side. And it's a little different. I should have laid out a picture frame in the window, but I didn't. And this is not quite the shape I was looking for, but it's good enough for what we're doing here. So now we just go about making our shank. So I'm going to switch over to perspective view, and I want to extrude this. And I'm not sure how big we're wanting this to be, so I'll just say we'll do it 4 wide. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then we'll take this one, and we'll do the same thing. And these guys, I would do 3 divided by 2, which is 1.5. Oh, that's going in the wrong direction. So let's specify the direction for it. Alright, and say 3 divided by 2. I don't know why Rhino's acting up on me, but I don't think I can see all of the command line. No, I can't see all the command line. Okay, so this curve was not planar. Yep, it's got a little bit of a twist to it. So I need to go to set point, and it's got some twistiness along the y-axis. I'm just going to set y 0. And now my extrusion's got a closed cap on it, which is what I was wanting. All right, so now all we have to do is mirror this around to the other side. Oops. Mirror around to the other side. And this one needs to come out this way, and that one needs to go out that way. So what we'll do is do cage edit. And we're going to pick a bounding box. We're going to say across the world. And along the X direction, which is this way, I want some extra control points. So let's just say 8. And degree 3 would be good for this. I'll tell it OK. And now I'm going to turn on my selection filter, so it's just control points again. And I'm going to grab these 2 rows. I'm going to move them that way. And let's grab this row as well and just move it just a tiny bit. And we'll grab one more row on the other side and move it a little bit as well. Alright. Turn your selection filter back off and hide that. And let's go to rendered mode. And we need one of those on the other side, don't we? And now you've got it going. Oh. Our mirror did not remember history. I'm editing the wrong one, most likely. Nope. Mirror is not the right one for that. Let's do rotate. Copy, yes. Okay, that's better. Now we have that lip on one side and the other. And you can take and use a round profile curve to make that a little bit softer, which is what I would do. But that's good enough for a quick video. All right, hope this helps.